Hey y'all, it's been a bit. It's been a long bit actually. Just wanted to update y'all where I was with different things. I've got one of the base parts done, so I just need to get one more done and then do the appliques, and then I'm ready for that to be off my thing. And then of course I'm making another baby sweater and blanket combination. I'll let y'all see. These are the colors I picked. This, whoops, with these two. So I'm hoping they come out real pretty. I will update y'all on what it looks like because I'm not sure how it's going to look, and it might just be a little unusual. But what can I say? I'm a little unusual myself. All right, are y'all ready for a story? Yeah, I know I haven't been on in a while, and there's a reason for it. There's actually a really good reason for it. I don't know, about December or so, my air conditioner, I know y'all are laughing at me because I was running my air conditioner in December, but here, you never know what the weather's going to be. But my air conditioner was really messing up. I mean, it wasn't running right at all. And so we scheduled to get somebody out in the new year. Of course, I had to wait. But that's normal because I live in the middle of nowhere, and it's difficult to get someone to come out to where we are because of where we are. So I'm okay with that. I mean, that was the trade-off for living in the country because, you know, I don't like sirens and they scare me. And so therefore I prefer not to have them around all the time. So I rarely ever hear a siren here. Hardly ever. But here's the deal. He finally came out. My brother-in-law exposed the whole underside so he could get under there. And once he had it exposed and the air conditioner guy came, he goes, "Oh, you got a problem." And we found out that I had a water leak. Well, you know, what am I going to do? It's a water leak. So they had to take all the insulation from like midway all the way back out because it was soaking wet and they couldn't figure out where all the water was coming from. So they had to check all the different lines. And it turned out that I had a rat apparently living under my trailer, and he had bitten a hole in one of my water lines out, kind of like right in here. And so it leaked everywhere. All right, we thought we were done. Oh no, it's never that easy, y'all. Y'all know me, right? It's never going to be that easy. So we're bebopping along. The air conditioner guy came out and just reran all the, because see what happened was when the water got through with the insulation, it went into the air conditioner ducts, and so he had to replace it all of them. So he did. And of course, you know, we were just like, okay, well, let's see what we can do, you know, go from there. Well, I was walking back from my sister's house, and I said, I see water coming down. I'm like, where is that coming from? And so I went and I asked my brother-in-law if he could come look at it with me because I couldn't figure out where the water was coming from. And we figured there had to be another leak. Y'all, we found a pipe with a hole this big chewed out of it. It was the one under my sink in the kitchen. And apparently they just about taken the whole bottom part of the pipe. The rats had eaten it. And we had to cut the, you know, I was out there with him while he cut it. And pulled all the insulation out, and we could see at that point that there were rats under there because there was a lot of rat poop, which is not healthy, by the way. Just so you know, was that one of those things, the more you know kind of things? Okay, anyway. So we got that done. So then we had to get more insulation put in, and we were pricing out different things, and yeah, it would have been more expensive, less expensive to just, tack up new insulation the same as the kind that was in there, or we could go a different route. So we decided to do spray foam insulation, which actually is better because it's just a foam. They just, and done. Of course, it cost quite a bit of money, but it's actually better to use. Well, mainly because it's just, easier, and it doesn't leave as many of those fiberglass. They don't leave any fiberglass filaments, but you do end up with a lot of wads of foam sticking all over the ground. So, there is that. And then put on these, I did. Put the skirting, my brother-in-law helped, but I put the skirting back on around my tiny home and got all that up. I didn't do the best job in the world, y'all, but, considering it was my first time ever skirting, I feel like I did a good job. But, yeah, that's where I've been. Because, it doesn't all happen in one day. It's like a couple of weeks here, couple of weeks there. I'm not at home. I have to go stay over there. And then right after I got the foam put up under here, I was ready to come back home, y'all. Because as much as I love them, I don't want to live with them. And people who have ever lived with another adult female know exactly where I'm coming from. So I was really ready to come home. So I got back home, and y'all, the temperature dropped like a stone. It was so cold. But that, it's cold is relative. It depends on what you're used to. Now, me personally, I don't like the 20s. I don't ever like to see 20-degree weather because, I was not meant to be in a cold place. If I wanted to be cold, I would move to Montana or Canada or one of those northern places because they cold. I ain't going there. So even though it's like blisteringly hot in the summer, I'll take that over being cold any day of the week. I can sleep when it's hot. But too much cold puts me to sleep. Yeah, I know, it's strange. I had a hard time in school when they finally got air conditioning in school. Can y'all imagine? I'd be sitting in class and I'd be like this, and I'd be sound asleep before I knew it. Couldn't help it, Just that there's something about cold that puts me completely asleep. And I've always been that way. It's kind of weird. But if I get too cold, that's not it. It's got to be the perfect kind of cold. Just cool enough to make you feel, really comfortable. So, that's one reason I sleep with the fan. Right now it's my ceiling fan, but I used to sleep with one of them big old box fans. And before I quit sleeping with fans, by that time I was up to one of the big old round, like airline fans or something. They're like huge, like turbo wind or something like that kind of fans. But I tend to get overly warm because I carry a little bit of extra. But yeah, I have been watching so many videos. Y'all, I have not been able to comment on anybody's videos except for Linda's. I try to make a point to comment on hers. But y'all, everybody's releasing videos lately. Almost everybody on my list is Yarn Joy Podcast. I've got Rose, Bag a Day. I got Creative Grandma. I got Linda. I got Madonna. I got, oh my gosh, y'all, everybody's releasing videos, and they're all the time. I mean, it's not just one and then a couple of days later another one. No. People, you've stepped up your YouTube game, and it's like about to drive me crazy because I could sit here all day long and watch nothing but videos and still not be caught up. So yeah, although I'm really happy that I get to see some of y'all more, I'm like really unhappy that I get to see a lot of y'all more because I can't catch all of you. I miss one here or there, and I have to go back and catch up. And then Setta's been putting them out, and I mean, I've just had my head gone back and forth, and that little gnome, that Summer Steps and Stitches. I mean, come on, y'all, please. You see, I'm working on stuff. I know. Oh, by the way, I'm working right now with the Brava Worsted, which I actually like, because it's not overly soft, but it is soft. And it's easy to work with, but it's real fluid. I guess it's a good way to put it. It's like really fluid to crochet with. It's the only way I can think of putting it. And I'm gonna put it with this Stylecraft Special that Linda got me interested in, because I actually like this stuff. It's really good. Now this is a 3, and I normally don't use the 3. I normally use the 4, but I'm willing to take a chance that it's going to be about the same as this Brava Worsted, because it looks like they're about the same. Hold on, y'all, I gotta pick it up. Okay. It looks about the same size. And see, well, hang on, let's see if that's got any shadow. I mean, this may be a little bit bigger, but not by much. So, I mean, the Brava Worsted is more like a DK in some people, so that's one thing. And I've got all kinds of different color combinations. I'm going to make several of those for my sisters to give out to people whenever they have friends that are pregnant, or they know people who are pregnant, or they want to give an heirloom to someone who's pregnant. You know, just different things like that. So I'm going to make about 3 of them. I want to make some boy ones and girl ones. So I may make 2 boy, 2 girl. Although it doesn't seem like many people are having boys these days. I've seen so many little girls born. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a lot of kids. But yeah, that's the way it rolls. Sometimes you just have to work with what you got. Right now, I've not bought any more yarn. Y'all should be proud. I literally had not bought any new yarn. I've got to use what I have first, then I can buy more yarn. But I've got so much yarn, I won't run out for a while. And with the price of yarn these days, I may not ever run out, to tell you the truth. Because it's just so expensive, y'all. The grocery store is blowing my mind. Things that were like $4 to $5, which I used to consider high, are now $6 to $7. And you're like, why? And I don't know. I'm just like to a frustrated point right now because it's just so expensive to go to the grocery store. I don't like to go anymore. I literally don't. I go once a month. I fill my freezer up, and that's it. I don't go to the grocery store again. Not for the rest of the month. No, I refuse. Just literally because it's so expensive to go. And yeah, that's not nice. Yeah. And then, of course, there was something else I was trying to think of, y'all. Yeah. I had something I wanted to show y'all. It was something I got for Christmas. And it was a, oh, here it is. I knew I had it. A crochet hook set. Anybody knows what this is? Anybody ever seen it before? It's actually pretty. It is a you hook the crochet hook up in there and you go to town, and it's pretty long when they're all connected. But yeah, this I like the way that looks. I like that. But I got most of the hooks I use the most in here, so it works for me. So that's all that matters, right? That's not all that matters. I have got to come up with a new washcloth pattern because I'm having trouble following some of the ones that I've seen. I don't know if it's just my understanding isn't getting there, or because I'm slower than most people, that maybe it's just, you know, I get bored easy. But I gotta find a new pattern because the one I'm using is like, it's really labor intensive, and I need something that's a little bit easier. I mean, I guess I could always go with just single crochet, you know, all the way up and do, you know, a few washcloths that way. But I always like to try and do a different design because to me it's prettier that way. So I'm wondering if I should do like I have an idea, but I don't know if it'll work. Maybe one of y'all, if y'all have ever tried this, y'all can tell me whether or not it works. But I've seen these granny squares that have all these front post and back post stitches, and it makes this really cool line. Y'all know the one I'm talking about, right? And then I was thinking about taking that, putting it in a just a regular square and doing it, you know, side to side, and doing the same thing. The front stitch, back stitch, double crochet, whatever, and see how that runs. But I don't know. That would be in labor intensive as well. So I'm not sure what I want to do. I do know that I don't want to be working on it until I die. So I would prefer to have something that works a little quickly. The character blankets, those don't work up quick at all. Because they're 40 rows of single crochets, and they're like 130 in each row. And so you're looking at 4,000 and some odd single crochets just to do one color. And there's 5 colors. So you're looking at a pretty good bit of, you know, like 20,000 crochet stitches in just the blanket. That's not including the pieces that go on the blanket. That's just the blanket. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do any more of these. Linda had sent me what she did, and it was easier, and I did one of my sisters that way, but I forgot how she said to do it. I lost the instructions, so I had to go back to doing it the normal way, and yeah, not happy about that. But that's me. There's something else I meant to say, and I usually try to have everything together. No, who am I kidding? I never have everything in one place. If I did, I would shock myself because, you know, I'm me. I'm just going to be, you know, honest about it. And y'all like my sloth. I got that for Christmas. It's a huggy sloth. It's also a massager, but I don't want to put batteries in them. I like it better like this. So I got a sloth. And that's about it, y'all. I mean, literally, I have been doing nothing but dealing with that mess and then working on that and just all kinds of craziness. I am starting to need to back up off of some of the snacks I've been making because, you know, y'all, I've told y'all before, Chex Mix gets me. And so I've got all the stuff to make Chex Mix, but I decided to change out some of the more high calorie things for little low calorie things like Cheerios instead of crackers, and, you know, pretzel sticks instead of the little twist. So I'm trying to get it in a little healthier. It's never going to be healthy because it's like a whole stick of butter, people. But that is broken up over all the stuff. So hopefully I have a big old bowl I make it in, mix it up and everything in, and then I put it on my pan is, yeah, it's about this big, pretty big, and that is big enough. It fits in my oven, and that's it. That's all you can get on that same thing because it's that big, and that's what I bake it on because you can spread it all out flat. It's good, you know. Y'all, I gotta quit talking about it because I want to make it tonight, and I can't because my pecans have not come in yet. And, oh my gosh, how many of y'all have gone to the grocery store in the last month or so and have noticed that there are empty spots on the shelves? I mean, lots of empty spots on the shelves. And this past week, whenever I went to the grocery store, I don't know if I think I went Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure. But we went in there, and I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I like to bake French fries. I don't fry French fries anymore because that's so bad for you. But baking them, it's a little better. It's not great, but it's not greasy. So I went to go get me some of the French fries, and they were out. I mean, there were hardly nothing there. And every once in a while, like onion rings, could not find onion rings either. So it's crazy. And I looked at some of the vegetables and stuff, and they're not lasting as long as they should. It seems like they're closer to the edge of, you know, not being completely right. They're overripe, if that makes sense. But, and it's just little bitty things I've been noticing like that. I shouldn't say little bitty because apparently it's big enough that I noticed it, and, you know, I don't pay attention to nothing. But, yeah, that shocked me. I was very surprised by that. And so I was just wondering, have y'all had that problem? Have y'all run into that? It's kind of weird for me because I'm not used to, you know, going on the chip aisle and most of the chips be gone. Don't know. But it's been that way the last 2 times I've gone to the grocery store. And remember, that's 2 months. So this month, February, and then in January, it was the same way. No chips. I mean, there are very few. You couldn't find Fritos scoops back then. Now you can't find the regular Fritos. You got the scoops, but you don't have the regular. So it's kind of crazy how it goes back and forth. And then, of course, you have other things, lots of other things that are out, and you're kind of like, okay. But also, I have this thing. I know, y'all, I'm crazy sometimes, but I'm not overly insane. But I like clearance aisles in like Walmart and, you know, different places. Wherever you can find a clearance place, I am so there. I like to find out what they have. Well, I went this past week, like I said, to Walmart, and I found a sweater. It's really pretty. It was $10. And it's a long one. I mean, it's like a duster sweater, which I got it for cheaper than I could make it, which I wouldn't have gotten it otherwise. Because if I'm going to pay $24.99 for one, I'm going to make it. I've got enough stuff here to make it from. I don't have to go out and buy new. But for $10, I'll go there. But there is a sweater pattern I want to make. And it was in the Crochet World magazine. I think I showed it to y'all whenever it came around, but it was in Crochet World magazine. I got the digital subscription, which means I don't get all the little bells and whistles and stuff like that, but I do pay less for it. But I get, you know, don't know how much longer I'm going to keep it though, because I don't know, it's not that much a year, but it seems like all your yearly things come due at the same time. Have any of y'all noticed that? No matter when you start it, it always comes due at the first of the year. And it's like, okay, wait a minute. Did I pay for a whole year, or did I pay for half a year whenever I started this thing? Because it's the same price. Yeah, I don't like those. No, I'll renew it closer to the time it's supposed to be renewed, but don't push me. Yeah, don't push me on that. I'll leave. And then, of course, you know, just same old stuff, y'all. Y'all, I have been talking for 30 minutes. I guess it has been a while, huh? Sorry. It's a long video today. And I hope that makes some of y'all happy. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. But I just had to catch y'all up to everything that's going on. I've been going through and cleaning out different drawers and cabinets and, you know, things that I've had for the last 5 years. I rarely go through. I've cleared them out. I'm going through them again, and I've got to go through some more. And if I'm not using something, or I haven't used it in over a year, it's going. That's just one of the things I have learned from living in a tiny home, is that continually go through your things. Once a year, go through your things. You will know what you have used in a year. I guarantee it. And if you haven't used it in a year and you haven't missed it in that year, get rid of it, because it's just taking up space. And so that's what I was doing. I was going through and I was cleaning up things and stuff like that. So yeah, I was happy with that, because I've got so much stuff I've got to do. And then, of course, I got this cute necklace from my sister. Hang on, I'm going to show it to y'all. See, whenever I go to her house to clean and stuff like that, I'll look at her jewelry and stuff. And if there's any I like, you know, sometimes she'll let me bring it over here. And then sometimes she'll let me have it. I don't know that she let me have this, but I'm going to pretend that she did for right now because I like it. It's like these pretty little beads. I love little beads like this. And then, of course, I took all of my stitch marker stuff and beads and all that stuff I have over to her house because we both like making jewelry. I don't know about y'all, but I used to make my own earrings because I like the dangly ones. And so I would make those, the ones that hang down, but they're straight. They're like straight, you know. And but they would have different kind of beads in them and stuff. So they were actually rather pretty. I liked them. My daughter liked them. And so, you know, we just, my daughter and I would make ours. I don't see why not. And so, you know, we would just, that was something that she and I could do together. So, you know, that's just one of those things that you have to kind of decide when your mom is, whether you want to go through all that trouble or not. Because let me tell you, it is a pain in my bahonkus, but it was worth it to spend that extra time with her when she was young. And let's see. Oh, do you know how many yarns is going into this blanket over here? I can't even tell you how many. Premier Basics is one of them. And I will never say I don't like this stuff because this stuff, it gives you a huge roll, a huge yarn skein, and I got all 40 rows of this color and still had this much left over. Tell me that's not a savings, and that's not a good thing. But I do like the Premier Basic for another reason too, is that it's a little softer to work with than Super Saver, and I have Super Saver too, y'all. I've got a lot of it, but I had to use it on some of my blanket. Like the red is Super Saver, the white is Super Saver on this blanket, and on this blanket behind me. But those are the two that I had with the Super Saver. And I had the other one that I did earlier. I did the Mary Maxim for the white, which I love working with Mary Maxim. No, they don't pay me. No, nobody pays me to be on here. And in fact, y'all know this because I'm never on here. No, I'm only kidding. I just haven't been on in a while. And I've been tired. I've been fighting off depression, which is normal this time of the year for me. Mainly because I get blue or I get down. It always happens about the winter months for me. Most people don't get depressed a whole heck of a lot in the summer, but there are some that do. But for the most part, winter and holidays are the worst time for people who get depressed, because they can figure out any way that anything is their fault. And that's just the way that rolls. And let's see. That's it, y'all. I think I'm done. Let me check. Y'all know me. I'm going to look everywhere till I find out everything I need to see. Yeah, I did find this, though, in going through my stuff, because, you know, I go to Walmart clearance. I'm going to tell y'all that. I found this. It's cross stitch, and I haven't done, oh, God, I haven't done cross stitch in ages. I mean, I love it. I'll never not love it, because to me, it's like, I made some of my more beautiful things in cross stitch. And I was much faster at it than I am at the crochet. But I'm working on crochet right now. And I will get back. I will try to do some of that, but I'm going to have to wear my glasses the whole time. So, yeah. I'm down to the seat. I buy these things. And they come, sometimes they come in a box like this, sometimes they don't. But for the most part, they come in these cute colors. Like, this is a pink. Kind of like a blue-green and a teal color. Another pair of white ones. And these are the blue ones, which I like the blue too. But they, generally speaking, always come with this, which is a lens cleanser. A cleaner for your lenses. And I've always had one of these that I kept around. Because I don't know about y'all, but sometimes the sides of mine will get loose and I want to tighten them up. But that's what I get. That's what I get for in these. Is I like the rounded ones because they don't sit on your nose as heavy. But anyway, y'all, this is a 36-minute video already. I'm going to have to get off of here or y'all will never get to see this because ain't no way I'll get it uploaded, right? But I will do my best to get it uploaded tonight. And if not tonight, I will do it first thing in the morning before any of us get online so that it will load. Because as you know, I live out in the middle of nowhere. So I've got everything going and hold on. Yeah, I know, I'm 12. But, y'all let me know what you're working on. I've seen some of the cutest things y'all are doing. Oh my gosh, some of the prettiest patterns have been coming out lately too. So it's kind of like, y'all are killing me here. But I mean, if I'm gonna do a whole bunch of things, I'm gonna, you know, especially with different washcloths, I've got hundreds of different colors of cotton to do. And that's what I'm going to make them all the washcloths in is the cotton. But there's like it's for to a family or person. I don't know how she wants to do this, but I'm doing it for my brother-in-law's mom. That's what she wants to do this year, and I told her I would help her, and I've got to start, people. I've really got to start. I've got to get two what is it called, templates done so that I can show her which ones I like and which ones I don't. I found a half double crochet one that I like. I'm going to show her that one, and then I've got to find one more that I want to kind of like do back and forth, the different you know, kinds, two of each one for each person. So I've got to get all that figured out. And of course the colors. I'm just going to do as many as I can. Because y'all know I've got cotton. I don't have a lot of cotton. And I especially I love this cotton. But if I have to do too many of these things, I'm going to have to go get some of that, one of the cones. One of the cones of cotton that I need to use so that I can get those all done. So, all right, y'all. I'm going to let you go because this is almost 40 minutes now. See? I can stretch things out. Anyway, y'all take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful week and take care of yourselves. Bye.